Hello, Abud here. So this is the 7-day book challenge by Demi Martins. Day 2. Yeah. So I got this feedback from Demi that the keywords was hard work, grit, don't quit, pay the price, keep going, don't overtrain, right rest, right food, and right training, listen to your body. And that's absolutely correct. Yeah, this man is such, Bear Grylls is such an inspiration in his grit. Um, Therefore, here today in the reading for chapter 46 until 50, it was surprising for me to read that he asked himself so many questions. He was a little in doubt, but he still kept on going. So this is the what I highlighted. Do I have enough food in me? Am I going to be strong today? Will I be able to maintain the pace? Within minutes of starting up the steep track, Trucker and the front group had pulled ahead of me. Come on, Bear, push hard, push harder. You can rest all you want at the end, but go for it now. So, here Bear Grylls is really struggling and he's behind. So you kind of get that when you feel behind, you need to go up there and just keep going, push harder, and that's what he does. Still, at chapter 47, he has this map. And it says here what I highlighted. On the map, it looked straightforward, but in reality it was a nightmare. Thick, dense pine, piles of cut timber, and endless thickets of gorse. After a few hundred yards, I realized this was going to turn into a battle. I was exhausted already from 5 hours of night march through boggy moongrass, and this was the last thing I now needed. I just wanted to reach the other side of the woods. Yeah. So he has the map, he knows the way, but still, in reality, it's not that easy because the map is paper, but the reality is something else. It says, as he says, the reality was a nightmare to a thick, dense pine, piles of cut timber, and endless thickets of gorse. It seems so merciful this way, and that's how it feels many times when we are going in a way and we think we have the map. It's harder than it seems. So here he says, I also highlighted that. Finally, I broke through and hit the steep track on the far side of the forest and spotted the lone DS tent silhouetted against the skyline. The routine when arriving at a checkpoint was rigorously enforced. You approached the checkpoint, crouched down on one knee, map folded tightly in one hand, compass in the other, and weapon cradled in your arms. So, this is the way sometimes that you get to the checkpoint, you get crunched down on one knee, you can feel the exhaustion, the hard work, and it's been so hard and you just wanna relax. Yeah. So then, chapter 48, I highlighted this. Yet something deep inside said keep going, and that's actually the next test weekend in the hellish area of Welsh mountains, remote, God-forsaken, and full of even more boggy, ankle-twisting moongrass. And he says this. Yet something deep inside said, keep going. I knew that nothing good in life ever came from quitting, that there would be plenty of time for rest when the hard work was finished. But such thoughts are easier said than done when you are being broken. So here we have Bear Grylls saying to himself, deep inside, keep going. I'm not quitting, I'm going on, pushing on. There's plenty of time for rest when the hard work was finished. So that's the mentality of a champion, actually. You need to bring all your grit, all you have to get to the point you need to get. And chapter 49, yeah. Yeah. He says, here where he actually failed the selection, yeah. I was depressed and felt useless. And that was on a good day. The only silver lining was that my squadron training team had invited me back to try once more, even if I wanted to. It would involve going all the way back to the start, day one. It was a truly horrendous concept, but they didn't invite people back who they didn't feel potentially had the right attitude or abilities to pass. That was some small glimmer of hope at least. At this point, my greatest enemy was myself. Self-doubt can be crushing, and sometimes it is hard to see outside the black bubble. Yeah, we have a Bear Grylls who is mentally fatigued, and that's really yeah, it seems really sensible because he's had a very hard time, and now he is um, he is out of the selection, and he can get back in, but he needs to start from the start, from scratch. And that sometimes can be horrendous, as he says. It was a truly horrendous concept. Yeah. He says this afterwards. I tried to look at the situation objectively. I'd failed selection only a third of the way through the course. What chance did I really have of passing if I tried again? That's the doubt, you know? My family said that maybe it wasn't meant to be, and that I had gained an invaluable experience from it. This just made me feel worse. Yet, through it all, a little part of me deep down believed that I could do this, that I was capable of passing. It wasn't a big part of me, but it was an ember. Sometimes an ember is all we need. And he's so right. The ember is all we need. It's a little hope, it's a little fire that can turn you on internally and just get your body pumping of that capability of passing. Yeah. So that's all from me for today. Thanks for watching. You can, if you got inspiration from this, you can comment. You can subscribe. Thanks.